Live from the National News Studio, Sri Lanka.
Hello there and a very good evening. This is a National News broadcast coming to you live from the National News Studios. I'm Prashant Silva.
A very good evening indeed. I'm Sharifah Tahir. Let's take a look at the headlines.
The biggest maternity hospital in the South Asian region was vested with the public. The president says that Sri Lanka is the only country in Asia that protects democracy without causing any influence to opposition activists. Chinese president pledges to support Sri Lanka's development continuously. Namal Rajapaksa has been elected as a national organizer of the SLPP. 4 students of leading school in Polgahavela drowned in Maoya. 147 ISIS suspects have been arrested in Turkey.
And on to those stories in detail. President Ranil Wickremesinghe emphasized that the future of the country hinges on modernizing the education and health sectors to align with forthcoming challenges and opportunities.
President Ranil Wickremesinghe made these remarks while attending the inauguration of the German-Sri Lanka Friendship New Women's Hospital in Karapitiya Galle, hailed as the largest maternity hospital in South Asia today. The 6-story hospital claims 640 beds, 6 operating theatres, emergency treatment units, intensive care units, laboratories, infant intensive care units, special pediatric units and state-of-the-art medical facilities. Additionally, it features water purification and recycling unit. President Ranil Wickremesinghe also visited the newly opened maternity hospital to inspect its facilities, including the state-of-the-art surgery rooms. Former Chancellor of Germany, Helmut Kohl, made this significant donation towards the construction of a new maternity hospital in Sri Lanka. This gesture came after witnessing the devastation caused by the tsunami to Mamodara Hospital, Galle, the largest maternity hospital in the southern province, during his vacation in December 2004 at a tourist hotel in Talpe, Habaradua. The German government has contributed 3,570 million rupees in this project, in addition to providing medical equipment. President Wickremesinghe expressed gratitude by presenting a memento to the German ambassador to Sri Lanka, Dr. Felix Neumann. President Ranil Wickremesinghe said the future of the country hinges on modernizing the education and health sectors to align with forthcoming challenges and opportunities. He said that the future holds no promise without innovation in education and healthcare. Our strides in the 1930s and 80s were fueled by advancements in these sectors. Presently, the robustness of our healthcare system, both locally and even in the United Kingdom, is a testament to our medical services. The President said, hence, he affirmed that by securing adequate funding for healthcare and education, the government will foster rapid progress in these domains. The President further said that during his tenure as the Minister of Education from 1980 to 1989, efforts were made to increase funding for education. Minister Dr. Ramesh Patarana said that the 2024 budget has earmarked 2,000 million rupees for the Karapiti Hospital allocated from the Ministry of Health. Of this, 1,000 million rupees designated for enhancing facilities such as surgical unit, dental unit, professor unit and stroke unit, while the remaining 1,000 million rupees will be utilized for acquiring medical equipment. He said that Karapiti Hospital, renowned for its advanced technology and size, ranks second only to the Colombo National Hospital. He also said that the inauguration of the maternity hospital today marks a significant expansion of Karapiti Hospital services. Foreign Minister Ali Sabri said that comparing the state of the country 2 years ago, when President Ranil Wickremesinghe assumed office, to the present day, a significant transformation is evident. He said that his adept management of foreign relations has played a pivotal role in revitalizing Sri Lanka's economy. A notable example of this is our commitment to repaying our debt to Iran, which commenced last August and has since been successfully settled. He also said that through such initiatives, we have endeavored to elevate Sri Lanka's standing on the global stage.
opening this hospital within the celebrations of 70 years of diplomatic relations between Germany and Sri Lanka is a milestone of great significance in our bilateral relationship. The government of Germany has supported this project with a total contributions of over 43 million euros. I am glad and proud that with the construction of the German-Sri Lanka Friendship Hospital for Women, Germany's decades-long engagement has such a significant impact on the lives of the people in Galle and the entire southern region of Sri Lanka. I wish to reiterate that the German commitment to the growth and prosperity of Sri Lanka and its people is unwavering. We are here as a friend for the long haul in good times and bad. We want to see a successful Sri Lanka and most of all a prosperous Sri Lanka.
Namal Rajapaksa has been appointed as the national organizer of the Sri Lanka Podujana Peramana. So far, the post was held by Basil Rajapaksa. At the executive committee meeting held today, this decision has been taken. The executive committee meeting of the Sri Lanka Podujana Peramana was held under the patronage of former President Mahinda Rajapaksa and former Minister Basil Rajapaksa at the Vijayarama Avenue. Jayanta Katagode proposed the name of Namal Rajapaksa for the national organizer post. It was seconded by Vimal Giganage. Parliamentarian Namal Rajapaksa said that Sri Lanka Podujana Peramana is a strong political party. Pioneer of this party, Basil Rajapaksa, has formed a strong mechanism for this party. He will also work for the election campaign in future. The responsibility of the party is to strengthen the political wing of the party to win any election in the future. General Secretary of the Sri Lanka Podujana Peramana Sagara Karyavasam said that according to the party constitution, new disciplinary council was appointed to maintain high standard of discipline.
Chinese President Xi Jinping says that China extends its continuous support for socio-economic development in Sri Lanka. Chinese leader made this remark at the discussion held in Beijing with Sri Lankan Prime Minister Dinesh Gunawardena. Prime Minister Dinesh Gunawardena, who is on an official visit to China, met the Chinese President at the Beijing Public Hall this morning. Chinese President said that China will always stand for safeguarding independence, territorial integrity and sovereignty of Sri Lanka. Prime Minister Dinesh Gunawardena also thanked President Xi Jinping for the support extended to sectors such as school education and many more. Meanwhile, China and Sri Lanka signed 9 new agreements yesterday before Chinese Prime Minister Lee Kuan and Prime Minister Dinesh Gunawardena. Prime Minister Secretary Anuradha Dissanayake signed them for Sri Lanka, as secretaries of 9 ministries of China signed on behalf of the Chinese government. Then they held official talks. State Ministers Shihan Semasinghe and Ashoka Priyantha, parliamentarian Yadamini Gunawardena were also present at the discussion.
Minister Dr. Bandhanu Gunawardena says that the construction bridge will be completed within the next 3 months. The minister made this comment after he made an inspection visit to the site this morning. This flyover bridge has been planned as a remedy to the high vehicular congestion too. It was planned to complete the constructions within 22 months. The Hungarian government has granted financial support for the 217 meters long and 9.4 meters wide bridge. The project costs 50 million euros. However, its constructions were stalled for some time due to the economic crisis of the country. Therefore, the Ministry of Highway has focused attention to the situation and has had an agreement with the Hungarian government to hand over the construction to local contractors. Minister Dr. Bandhanu Gunawardena said that the construction work is being carried out suing local funds. Upon the completion of debt restructuring in a short time, the ministry will release the scheduled funds for the project. Therefore, with the help of local contractors, the rest of the constructions will be completed within 3 months. Minister Dr. Bandhanu Gunawardena says that the educational hub, the Homagama town, should be free of drugs and violence. The minister said, therefore, attention has been focused to establish a police station at Pitipana area. At a discussion held recently in the Homagama Green University Auditorium, the minister expressed these views. IGP Deshabandhu Tennakon was also present at this discussion. Public servants of the area and a large number of villagers were also present at this discussion. Minister Dr. Bandhanu Gunawardena said that the Cabinet has already given its approval to establish a medical medical faculty in Homagama. In addition, Sports University in Diyagama will also be further developed. Since this area will become an educational hub, it is our duty to create an environment for the people to live without fear or suspicion. President Ranil Wickremesinghe emphasized that Sri Lanka stands out as the sole nation in Asia where democracy is fully safeguarded, ensuring that government's all actions do not impede operations of the opposition.
The President also underscored the significance of safeguarding the democratic parliamentary system, ensuring that everyone's viewpoints are afforded an opportunity to be heard. President Wickremesinghe delivered these remarks while speaking at the opening session of Sri Lanka's inaugural National Student Parliament convened yesterday at the Presidential Secretariat. The National Student Parliament comprises of 2 representatives elected from each of the zonal student parliaments established in 100 regions spanning across 9 provinces of the island, selected based on receiving the highest number of votes. In an election conducted yesterday by the Election Commission under the auspices of the co-curricular, the National Student Parliament appointed individuals to various positions including Speaker, Prime Minister, Deputy Speaker, 10 ministers and 10 deputy ministers. The book titled Pibidunu Sisumati Sabaya, which chronicles a program offering school students the chance to visit notable locations in Colombo, including the President's office, conceived under the initiative of President Ranil Wickremesinghe, was presented to the President by Assistant Director of the Presidential Secretariat, Major Nadika Dangolla. Additionally, to commemorate this event, Secretary to the Ministry of Education, Vasantha Pereira, presented a special gift to President Ranil Wickremesinghe. Some students who were at the scene said that they require is an educational framework that inspires individuals to envision themselves contributing to Sri Lanka's advancement on a global scale, encouraging them to remain in the country after completing their studies rather than seeking opportunities abroad. A student told the President, coming from a humble village background, it has been a monumental dream for him to have the opportunity to meet and converse with the President directly like this. Renowned philosophers have often emphasized that education serves as the primary instrument for transforming the world. It is evident that the current state of our country is largely influenced by the state of our education system. A student told the President that the current education system is heavily focused on exams. He said that he believed that transitioning towards a job-catered education approach could alleviate many of the challenges they face. Often the knowledge we require may not align with the demands of the job market. President Ranil Wickremesinghe said that despite the backdrop of the world wars and internal conflicts, Sri Lanka has steadfastly preserved its democratic values, ensuring the functioning of both the government and the opposition without interruption. This approach has facilitated the expression of diverse viewpoints, underscoring the importance of safeguarding our parliamentary system.
We focus our attention today for a very popular character in social media these days. Music is her life, and due to her strong desire and interest, her dream has come true today. Marsha Nuwangi said that violin and other instruments are also difficult to play. However, saxophone is an instrument that is very difficult to play. She was born in Kandy and studied at St. Anthony's Girls' School. She is Marsha Nuwangi, who is now popular not only in the Kandy area but also throughout many people in the island. A video of her playing the saxophone has gone viral in some social media these days. In social media, she is known as Saxophone Playing Girl. Marsha Nuwangi said that her school is St. Anthony's Girls' School, Kandy. That is the place where she started playing instruments. In the school's Western band, she played the trumpet, but her desire was to play saxophone. Although she was a member of the Western Band in St. Anthony's Girls' School in Kandy, she couldn't have the opportunity to play her dream instrument, the saxophone. However, her parents extended necessary support to realize her dream. She studied playing saxophone under the music teacher Bharat Rajapaksa for a short period. She is now performing with the private music band Creations. Marsha playing the saxophone can be frequently heard at the Kandy City Centre these days. Many music lovers are interested in listening to her music. She also attempts to play innovative notes to satisfy her audience. This is the first time Marsha is having a discussion with an electronic media. The national television congratulates her with a wish to motivate her for more and more innovative music experience.
Minister of Education Dr. Susil Premajant says that measures will be taken to provide vouchers to purchase sanitary towels to about 800,000 female students in identified schools. The minister said that the relevant cabinet paper has already been presented for approval. Minister of Education Dr. Susil Premajant said that this will be launched next week. Accordingly, female students will be given a voucher worth 1,200 rupees for them, and they are able to purchase SLS certified brand of a sanitary towel from a nearby shop, and this will be implemented from next month.
In a momentous occasion held this evening, President Ranil Wickremesinghe inaugurated the M.H. Omar Liver Care Facility at the Centre for Liver Diseases in Colombo North Teaching Hospital, Ragana. Made possible by the generous donation from the M.H. Omar Foundation worth 2.5 billion rupees, the state-of-the-art facility stands as a beacon of hope for those battling liver ailments, marking a pinnacle of healthcare excellence and philanthropy. Chronic liver disease is increasingly prevalent among both children and adults in Sri Lanka, with liver transplantation being the sole effective treatment for liver failure. Addressing these complex liver ailments necessitates specialized expertise and costly equipment. The North Colombo Centre for Liver Diseases serves as a postgraduate training centre and conducts top-tier research in liver diseases, maintaining Sri Lanka's largest database of liver cancer treatments. The M.H. Omar Foundation's remarkable donation of 2.5 billion rupees for the construction of the specialized liver disease treatment centre marks the most significant contribution by a Sri Lankan entrepreneur to its healthcare and educational services. M.H. Omar, the founder of the renowned Brandix Group in Sri Lanka, has spearheaded this philanthropic endeavour. The presence of a young girl who had undergone successful liver surgery at the hospital was particularly significant, as she warmly welcomed the President upon his arrival at the North Colombo Teaching Hospital. Additionally, he took a moment to leave a book of special guests expressing gratitude for the transformative impact of the facility on the healthcare landscape of Sri Lanka.
This is a good example, one of the best examples of excellence in healthcare and excellence in philanthropy. The Colombo North Liver Centre is due to the dedication of the members here of the teaching hospital, including Professor Janaka. It's a facility that you have built up over time. Actually, it's not merely the centre. I know the North Colombo Medical College and how I was present at the birth in different capacity, Minister of Education. Nevertheless, we have made this a centre of excellence. And that is due to the faculty and the medical faculty and the staff of the teaching hospital. And that having achieved your reputation as a centre of excellence, then you focus on this centre, North Centre for Liver Disease. It's actually put Sri Lanka on the map, I must say, because we are well known for the attention we give to those who are ill, who are connected with the body and the liver, and also the reputation we have for transplant. I find a number of people who come to Sri Lanka because they say Sri Lanka is the best place in the region. So that is due to the dedication of a few people. I think the total number in the country, if we take, wouldn't even exceed 100 more. But you've given us a reputation. So I have to thank you all for what you have done. And now you have this facility which is possible because of the excellence in philanthropy. And it's a good example. The history books, Mahavansa is full of occasions of kings and others who built medical facilities in those days. Of course, we go to the Eye Hospital Junction and we see C.H. D'Souza's gift of the Eye Hospital. And today we have Mr. Omar's gift here of this facility. So this is a tradition which I hope others will follow. Now this was possible because of the family's excellence in business. They know this trade with garments and apparels and textiles better than anyone else. And I can see how they built up this trade and became one of the leading companies in Sri Lanka and also a leader in the region. They've established a name, and we should all be proud of this company, Brandix, and the others who have gone out and given a name. So having achieved this success in the field of apparel, they have, in this tradition, also decided to set apart part of the monies to be used for purposes like health and education.
Fortunately, we have a very strong foundation in the Sri Lankan healthcare system, infrastructure-wise and also professionalism-wise. That's why we are confident that we should be able to overcome the challenges that it faces nowadays. Our services covering the universal health coverage, that subject, have been plateaued during last 2 years' time as with the indications of the World Health Organization. They come down to, our universal health coverage has come down to 67%. Treatment, prevention, protection, palliative care, and also rehabilitative care. We are falling behind in relation to those two segments, especially because of the fact that we have one of the largest aging populations, one of the fastest aging populations in the world. So we have to ensure that we do care about our elderly people as well. A policy from the Ministry of Health is towards strengthening the primary healthcare services and also at the same time looking after our elderly people. Historically, Sri Lankan healthcare system had taken very good care of the mothers and also the children of the country. That's why we, as indicated by Dr. Mahipala, we have some of the best figures in relation to infant mortality and maternal mortality rates. But we should be able to come back and address the concerns. The services, if the services were a little plateaued during the time of COVID and also in the subsequent times during the time of economic crisis, we should be able to come back strongly thanks to the infrastructure development and also thanks to the excellent set of professionals we have in this country.
53rd Bangladesh National Day was marked in Colombo yesterday. This event has been organized by the Bangladesh High Commission. Bangladesh separated from Pakistan and became an independent state. This event is celebrated as the Bangladesh National Day on the 26th of March each year. Bangladesh pioneering Prime Minister Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, who is considered as the father of Dr. Bandula Gunawardena, was the chief guest of the ceremony held in Colombo yesterday. Addressing the gathering, Bangladesh High Commissioner Tariq Mohammed Ariful Islam stressed the need to continue strong friendship between Sri Lanka and Bangladesh. Minister Dr. Bandula Gunawardena praised the Bangladesh government for the support extended to strengthen Sri Lanka's economy.
It gives me great pleasure to represent the government of Sri Lanka at this joy occasion to mark the 53th anniversary of independence and the National Day of the People's Republic of Bangladesh. On behalf of His Excellency President Ranil Wickremesinghe, the government and the people of Sri Lanka, I have the honor to convey our warm felicitations and sincere best wishes to the government and the friendly people of Bangladesh on this happy occasion.
On this auspicious occasion, I bring to you the best wishes and warm greetings from the people of Bangladesh. Sri Lanka recognized Bangladesh on 4th of March 1972. Ever since, Bangladesh-Sri Lanka relationship has been all about friendship, goodwill, and good neighborliness. We deeply value Sri Lanka's partnership in our development journey. Ladies and gentlemen, we are extremely happy to see that economic stability has been restored in Sri Lanka. This signifies the resilience of the nation. We are confident that the year 2024 will see Sri Lanka returning to the growth trajectory. Bangladesh stands firmly beside Sri Lanka in its endeavors. We, in our humble capacity, have supported Sri Lanka during its challenging times, and that support will continue. Sri Lanka has been very gracious to repay the $200 million very quickly. We are grateful for that. Distinguished guests, commonality is the natural bond between our two peoples is another pillar of our relationship. We engage freely with the common people of Sri Lanka. We are supporting and sponsoring various community services such as sporting activities, palliative care, blood donation, and many. Bangladesh has long been giving medical and dental scholarship to Sri Lankan students. Many Sri Lankan students are pursuing their higher studies in Bangladesh. Many Sri Lankan professionals are gainfully employed in Bangladesh. In fact, Bangladesh is proud to host the largest Sri Lankan community in South Asia. They are sending the much needed remittance to Sri Lanka, and they are at the same time also contributing to our economy.
A Japanese investor has come forward to restart the floating market in Petta. The basic memorandum of understanding for this purpose was signed today at the Urban Development Authority. Chairman of the Urban Development Authority Nimesh Herath and Japanese investor Akira Hirose signed this MOU. Public accused the UDA during the past period that the floating market was not functioning properly. Focusing the attention to this matter, Minister Prasanna Ranatunga has instructed the UDA to develop this market under state-private partnership. Accordingly, this floating market complex will be given to the Japanese investor for a period of 30 years on lease. In addition, this area will be developed as a tourism zone. The project duration is 6 months. The Petta floating market has 92 trade stalls. It has been set up on boats in the Beira Lake.
President Wickremesinghe instructed officials to expedite the opening of the National Art Gallery before the year's end, emphasizing the need for consensus among artists and architects. He also pledged government support for financial allocations. He made these remarks during an inspection tour yesterday and visited the John De Silva Memorial Theatre and the long-delayed National Art Gallery. Additionally, he highlighted the demand for high-standard, affordable theatres in Colombo, questioning if such facilities could be provided following the completion of the John De Silva Theatre. President Ranil Wickremesinghe stressed the importance of consulting dramatists before making final decisions on construction and maintenance projects. He directed the Ministry Secretary to explore options for reviving the Lumbini Theatre and the Navarangahala to support the theatre, and also instructed the Ministry Secretary to take steps to construct a drama theatre in Colombo's Sudarshi premises, emphasizing the need to establish a national cultural zone encompassing the Nelumpukuna, Kalabhavana, John De Silva Memorial Theatre, Museum and related areas. We now move on to a few more local stories in brief. 4 students who went to bathe in Maoya at Valakumbura in Alawa area have drowned. It is reported that they are from a leading school in Pulgahavala. Out of a team of 11 students, 5 students have drowned. 1 was saved by the villagers. The leading drug dealer, Kanavitake Don Nandasena, has been arrested by the police under the Yukti operation. He was at a rest house in Uvarelia area at the time of arrest. The police say that this suspect is the person who have brought 9.3 kilograms of ice that have been taken to police custody recently in Kiribathgoda and Katanayak areas. Chamitri Rambukwala, daughter of former Minister Keheria Rambukwala, made a complaint at the Sri Lanka Human Rights Commission today. She requested the Commission to conduct an impartial investigation into the arbitrary arrest of her father. The first King Coconut Cultivation Model Village in Colombo district was opened today by Ministers Mahinda Amarveera and Dr. Bandulu Gunawardena. This is situated at Dampe area in Homagama. The Ministry of Agriculture has planned to set up 85 such villages island-wide. Villagers in Thanamalville and surrounding areas have been affected due to encroachment of wild elephants. Wild elephants used to roam around the playground in Dharmaloka College in Thanamalville. Parents complain that their children are scared to use the playground due to this threat. They request the authorities to provide a solution to solve this problem. Well, that's it on local stories. We'll be back with news overseas. Stay tuned in.
විදුලි බිලෙන් හරි අඩක්ම වැය වන්නේ ශීතකරණයටයි. අවශ්‍ය දෑ ඉවතටගත් සැනින් දොරවසා දමන්න. අඛණ්ඩ විදුලි සැපයුමකට සහාය වෙමු.
Welcome back. We move on to news overseas now. Turkey has expanded operations against ISIS following the attack on Russia last week.
More than 180 suspects have been detained during search operations launched at various cities. Turkey's security forces detained 147 people over suspected links to the Islamic State yesterday alone. Turkey's Interior Minister Ali Yerlikaya mentioned that the suspects were rounded up in simultaneous raids in 30 provinces across the country. Furthermore, Turkish authorities pointed out that security officials seized a large amount of foreign cash, organizational documents and digital materials during the raids. The militant group's Khorasan branch ISIS-K claimed responsibility for the attack in Russia. From June 2023 to now, Turkey has carried out 1,316 counter-terrorism operations against ISIS.
We now move on to sports news. Players of the Sri Lanka national football team met President Ranil Wickremesinghe at the President's house today.
The President said that he is happy about Sri Lanka's team victory against Bhutan teams recently. A four-nation football tournament was held at the Colombo Racecourse ground recently. Sri Lanka won the match against Bhutan 2-0. This victory is recorded against Bhutan by Sri Lanka after 10 years. The President praised the national team players for this achievement. He also pledged to provide further support OT development infrastructure facilities for the game. Chairman of the Sri Lanka Football Federation Jasper Umar offered a national team jersey to the President at this occasion. Captain of the team Sujan Pereira said Sri Lanka's football sector is having new culture at present. It is significant that Sri Lanka team is consistent of several international league tournament players.
In the meantime, three-member Asian Trophy basketball tournament started in Singapore today. Sri Lanka male team won the first match they faced against Indonesia. The tournament commenced from today to the 31st of this month. 23 male and female teams are taking part in the tournament, and Sri Lanka men's team defeated Indonesia today 21-14 points. Sri Lanka is to play the England team today. The tournament will be live telecast to ChannelEye.
Prima Stella Set Yogurt.
Jayaganna, Wedi Wenna.
And that concludes your news bulletin for this evening. We'll be back tomorrow as well with the very latest, together with Sharifa and Prashant. Good night.
Good night.